God bless. Amen. Fire nice. Positioning myself for greatness. Positioning myself to be in a position for greatness. God will trust you enough so you can have a blessing, and so you're in the right place, as in also in the right mindset to accept a great blessing. Most people can't accept blessings because they don't know how to handle them. This also goes into a mindset thing. Where's your mind at? Because even a lot of churches, I guarantee, even I've heard so many stories about so many pastors out there. They do not know how to handle blessings because they were not equipped to be in the positions that they were in. Some lost their lives, some committed suicide, they were so... I don't have anything against drinking. I drank a little bit too. But once you're drinking so much to a point where you can't even be a pastor anymore, you should never even accepted the position because you couldn't handle the position of the blessing to be in such a position. Falls with anything else in life. But it's different when God hands you that over. So you can have something like that. You can accept a blessing to move forward with Him. Because think about it, He's always going to move forward with you no matter what. Too many people get it wrong. That it's always us that will never continue to move forward. Because remember, God's disciples, some of them walked with Him, and then He ended up with what? 7 left. 7 disciples left. 7 followed. He ended up with barely least to none. And so it's normally us that fail to continue with Christ because we couldn't handle certain things. And that's why you only see certain good prophets and great pastors out there because they have continued to walk with God no matter the cost to follow Him, because there's always a cost to following Christ. There's a cost to even following the devil as well. Just with our free will, we choose and we decide where we want to go. And that's the thing, people just need to go ahead and get it. If you can't get it right in your mindset early enough, just you need to know where you stand at with God and the Lord, especially with the days that are coming. Yeah, you can go ahead and say it's the days that are already here, but the days that I'm talking about really coming, where persecution is going to be at an all-time high, and I believe the media is going to be a part of the 7 horns in these end times that are going to be the most, that are going to really point propaganda over to the Christians, over to real Christians. Not I'm talking about the real ones that speak on sin and everything else, but that are really walking with Christ. They're going to point their attention to them, and they're going to call them they're going to say that they need to be erased out of society forever. We don't need them in our society. And then that's where it's going to come down on us heaviest. We're just going to be like China. How China is having to go to underground churches just to even have a real church service. Because if they tried it up above, they would get their heads taken off. They would get killed like any other country. And that is the place we are coming to, even in America. I don't care anybody says it can't happen here, because it will happen here eventually. Know how to take a blessing when it comes, because too many people can't even recognize it, but also they can't bear it. Just like they can't bear the anointing that God would put over their lives. Facts. Know God knows what's in your heart. Know what's in your heart. Know where you stand with Him. Know where you're walking as well. God bless. Amen. Fire and ask. Godspeed out.